Okay, I'm gonna bring this up again. Being a slave on a prison planet. It's like you're forced to be in debt. You're forced to be in debt. You're forced to live in fear, and it creates this negative world that we live in. You know, religious people. The ones who support the negativity on this planet that believes that everybody should be in debt. That's kind of like it's like it's funny about how we're you know we are terrorized in our everyday life. We are terrorized on our everyday life. You know, to pay. You know, it's like you know, it's like the day you were born. The day you were born, and your parents put the signature on your birth certificate. You were born a slave. No matter what you do and how you live, and but it's like they kind of like it's kind of like how they separate us in this fucking world. So we live in separation. We live in individualism. We're so individualized because down to our like I said, down to our language, all the way down to who we are as a person. You know, as a human being, we're so individualized. We are our own enemies on this fucking planet. That's how they design us to create our own chaos. We live in our own chaos right now. That's why you have bills in your fucking. Like I'm repeating myself again. You have bills to pay. You know, talk about feeding off people's fear. You got taxes you owe the mafia government. The government's nothing but a big, huge mafia. Corporations. To me, it's like sometimes corporations. They have they are the masters. You call your boss, the owners, you call them your masters. Because that's the real truth of what you are. You know? You're getting paid make believe money. Useless piece of paper. You believe in a useless piece of paper? You believe in a golden, shiny rock? You know? Talk about manipulation in the mind. Talk about being fucked on one planet. Talk about being controlled. Whoever controls the money controls the people. You know that, right? Money creates fear. Money creates fear. And money creates the bullies who puts fear on you. And it's like you're every fuck being a debt slave. What's so happy? Why do you have to? Why do you what? Being a debt slave. What does happiness have to do with being in debt? You know, what does materialism have to do with being in debt? You know, I'm telling you, it doesn't matter how much money you make. The money is still it really does not exist. You believe it exists, but it really doesn't exist at all. Your mind, your human brain believes that exists. You believe in numbers? You think numbers is going to create your happiness? It comes down to the numbers that creates your happiness. The more numbers you have, the more happy you are, the more easier life it is. The less your number is. It's really simple as that. The less your number is, the more miserable you are and the more you have to struggle, and then the less you make, the harder it is. And then you got the people who's controlling the money, controlling you, decides whether you should be in your house or not have your car, or they decide your life. They decide whether you be homeless or not. you know so you think about that. Think about what numbers create. If you took the numbers and created a system where every single human being has the same amount of numbers, and not really worried about not worrying about suffering, create a society where you could actually take care of your own people, your own humankind. Stop looking at each other like like we're all race, with different languages and different race. Stop looking at each other with your religious beliefs. You need to create a society where debt. You need to get rid of all the debt on this fucking planet. All the debt on this planet needs to go. You know? All the fucking debt. Every single human being. And the ones that are homeless, put them in houses. Give them food. Let them function like everybody else in society. It doesn't matter. For the beginning, we need to. Yeah, I guess I have to accept that we do have money and currency, but I look at it as just temporary, for now, until we fade it away. The first thing to do is get rid of all these debts from all these people. We are a debt slave. That's what we are. That's how we live. That's what we are. We are prisoners in our own debt. So I'm saying, if you really woke up, you know, work jobs. I mean, jobs. Why you have to create your own happiness for your own self. That's how I look at it. Every single human being. I know every single human being is different, and each human being has their own happiness for themselves. And they create their own happiness. What makes them happy. How you can have a nice positive planet if every human being was forced to do something that they don't want to do. Some human beings want to be, like I said, Jay says some of us, like me, I want to be an explorer. I want to explore, not here. I like to explore here, and then I want to go in space and explore. That's how I feel in myself. That's how I feel inside myself right now, because I feel like I think I'm Source family, but I rather explore. I like roaming around. I don't care where I go, really. But some of you people out there, have this certain things that you like, that you were born to like. This was created that for you, that you created yourself, that you like to do. You know, if you like making furniture, great. Make furniture for everybody else. If you like being an artist, yeah, great. Be an artist and show your stuff. It's like building houses. Build houses for everyone. No, no, no more what's in it for me bullshit. Do it because you really love doing it. I mean, do something that you really love instead of being forced to do something that you really hate. And it's not about money. Take money out of the equation and really think what you really like. I mean, yeah, if you love cooking, be a cook, but don't look forward for the animals. Animals I think you're going to be eating our own. I mean, human beings going to be in the animals, so you might be, you might be careful what you do with that, But if you like, do something that you love, you know, for a change, stop fucking, if you want to change, it's not all about money, it's not all about money. If you like a job, certain job, do the job that you want to do, do the job that you want to do. If you like to sing, go sing, if you like to cook, go cook, if you like to, it's like, do something that you love, not forced into it, and then there's this thing called unconditional love, unconditional love. If you don't love your humankind unconditionally, then, and if you're the type that says, what's in it for me, you don't really give a fuck about anybody. The ones who say, what's in it for me, ones who force people to be slaves, to be in debt, to pay. You don't know love. Christians, you're the fakest people that I've ever seen when it comes to love, You're the fakest people that when it comes to love, because you really don't love, to be honest. You give the illusion of love, and then and push everybody to be a slave into something that they don't want to be in. All Christians, Muslims, Jewish, I don't give a fuck who you are. All your religious fuckheads out there. You push into people and your beliefs, and you push them into slavery. Which is really wrong to do. And you take advantage of human beings' weaknesses, which you can't do. You don't take advantage of people with your religious fuckheads, out there, So I'm just saying, if you want to create a real positive planet, you need to change and get rid of all this debt and forcing people to pay to live. This is not your planet. Corporations, governments, this is not your planet. It'll never be your planet. Gaia. This is Gaia. I'm telling you, this is Gaia, and she's the planet. If she does not live, then we all die with her too. That's all I'm saying. If she doesn't live, we all die with her. I'm just being blunt out, straightforward to all the human beings out there.